The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that the show recently had a rather strange encounter between Captain Deuce Stevens and April the lab tech. It may have paved the way for a big mistake and a major twist, so let's take a closer look at what happened. In B&B's September 20 episode, Deuce was nervous about his lab results, so he pestered April for them. April could only deliver the patient's results straight to John Finn Finnegan, which led to Deuce learning there were two Dr. Finnegans at the hospital. Finn got Deuce's lab results, but April had some other results for Ly Finnegan that day as well. It feels like Deuce and April's scenes were a setup for a mishap involving both Finnegan doctors. That brings us to Taylor Hayes' heart failure updates for Ly and the help she's getting with her condition. Ly offered to run some tests and texted Taylor the names of some colleagues who specialize in cardiology. We want to focus on Ly running tests for a moment, since that probably means April will be back to deliver Taylor's lab results. Advertisement. Those results could easily fall into the wrong Dr. Finnegan's hands soon enough. April got rather flirty the last time she was around Finn, so maybe she'll be distracted the next time she makes a delivery to his office. It could lead to April accidentally giving Taylor's lab results to Finn instead of Lay. Of course, that could mean Finn will see for himself that Steffy Forrester's mom is dying. It would put Finn in an incredibly tight spot, especially if he confronts Lee about the mix-up and learns Taylor doesn't want anyone to know. Finn's main motto is that he doesn't keep secrets from his wife. So what will he do if he lands in this tricky situation? Will Finn hide this grim news from Steffy or violate Taylor's privacy and go against her wishes? The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Finn may end up with a tough decision to make, so we'll bring you predictions on his upcoming moves and how they'll affect Steffy. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Taylor Hayes recently delivered a curveball to Lee Finnegan, who was left reeling over the news of her heart failure. Taylor claims she's dying and that she's back to spend time with her family, but could there be more to the story? So far, Taylor's illness seems legit, but the show has still left some wiggle room in case they want to back out of this story. For starters, it's a little suspicious that Taylor still hasn't seen a cardiologist yet. You'd think Taylor would have wanted to follow up on what she learned from her doctor in Europe right away. Instead, Taylor is just now getting around to asking Lee for recommendations. It's true that Taylor has been emotional in private, but what if it's guilt that's behind all the tears? Could Taylor have a plot in motion to steal Ridge Forrester back from Brooke Logan after all? Advertisement. Taylor keeps acting like she's accepted that Ridge is with Brooke now, but maybe she's just lulling her rival into a false sense of security. It could be a situation where Taylor is pretending she's not after Ridge so that Brooke will let her guard down. Taylor is keeping her family out of the loop on her heart failure claims, but we know Ridge is going to find out at some point this fall. What if that ends up being part of Taylor's potential plan as well? Taylor might want to spare her children the pain of knowing about any of this while she pulls Ridge closer, just in time for a staged misdiagnosis reveal or a fake miracle cure. Of course, it seems out of character for Taylor to stoop this low for a Ridge reunion, but anything is possible. That's especially true if B&B shifts gears on this storyline and opts to keep Taylor alive. The show did it before with Sally Spectra, who was on the road to a grim fate until the story changed. Sally's terminal illness suddenly became fake and part of a scheme to win Wyatt Spencer back. Could B&B pull off something similar with Taylor? How would you feel if Taylor was faking her heart condition to steal Ridge? The bold and the beautiful spoilers say more Taylor-related surprises are looming, so stick with us for other shocking predictions and updates on what's ahead for her relationship with Ridge. In the upcoming episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful, viewers are in for a shocking and intense turn of events. The ever-complicated love triangle between Ridge Taylor and Brooke takes center stage as Taylor launches a devious plan that could have dangerous consequences. Meanwhile, tragedy strikes as Thomas Forrester, Ridge and Taylor's son, suffers a terrifying plane crash on his way back to town. This explosive storyline not only shakes the Forrester family, but also exposes Taylor's growing desperation to win Ridge back from Brooke, pushing the drama to unprecedented levels. Thomas Forrester's plane crash, a devastating blow. As the Forrester family faces turmoil, the shocking news of Thomas's plane crash sends shockwaves through everyone's lives. On his way back to town, Thomas's plane goes down, leaving his family anxiously awaiting any news of his condition. The crash becomes a central focus as Ridge, Taylor, and Brooke are forced to confront their emotions, fears, and unresolved issues with each other. Thomas's fate hangs in the balance, creating an atmosphere of suspense and heart-at as everyone hopes for his survival. The plane crash not only impacts Ridge and Taylor, but also complicates Taylor's already risky plan to manipulate Ridge's emotions. Taylor's deceptive plan to win Ridge back. In a bid to win Ridge back from Brooke, Taylor devises a dangerous and manipulative plan. She pretends to suffer from a life-threatening heart condition, believing that the news of her illness will pull at Ridge's heartstrings and bring him back to her side. Taylor is confident that Ridge, who still harbors feelings for her, won't be able to abandon her in her supposed final days. Taylor's plan hinges on Ridge's compassion and sense of duty. She assumes that Brooke, with her understanding nature, will step aside and allow Ridge to be with Taylor out of sympathy. However, this assumption proves to be Taylor's fatal flaw as Brooke begins to grow suspicious of Taylor's true motives. Brooke's investigation, exposing the truth. Brooke, ever intuitive and sharp, quickly senses that something is off with Taylor's story. Despite Taylor's claims of facing a terminal illness, Brooke notices that Taylor doesn't exhibit the typical signs of someone nearing death. Her suspicions deepen as she watches Taylor continue to live with the same energy and determination as always. Refusing to accept Taylor's words at face value, Brooke takes matters into her own hands. She digs deeper into Taylor's medical records and contacts Taylor's doctor in Europe to verify the truth about her condition. To her shock, Brooke discovers that Taylor's so-called heart failure is nothing more than a mild asthma attack, a far cry from the fatal disease Taylor had claimed. This revelation sends Brooke into a fury. Feeling deceived and manipulated, Brooke knows she must confront Taylor and reveal her lies to Ridge. The stage is set for a dramatic showdown between the two women, each determined to fight for Ridge's love and trust. The confrontation, Brooke versus Taylor. The confrontation between Brooke and Taylor is expected to be one of the most dramatic moments in recent Bold and the Beautiful history. Brooke, armed with the truth, confronts Taylor about her deceit, determined to expose her manipulative plan. Taylor, however, refuses to back down easily. She stands her ground, unwilling to let Brooke sabotage her last-ditch effort to win Ridge's heart. For Ridge, this revelation will be heartbreaking. Learning that Taylor, the woman he once deeply loved, has lied about a serious illness to manipulate him will leave him torn between anger and compassion. Will Ridge be able to forgive Taylor for her desperate actions, or will this deception be the final nail in the coffin of their complicated relationship? Steffi takes a stand for Taylor. As Taylor's plan unravels, her daughter Steffi steps in to defend her. Steffi, who has always been fiercely protective of her mother, believes that Brooke is merely trying to slander Taylor and tear their family apart. She is convinced that Taylor would never stoop so low as to lie about her health, and she accuses Brooke of jealousy over Ridge's lingering feelings for Taylor. Steffi's support for Taylor adds yet another layer of complexity to the already fraught relationships within the Forrester family. The emotional stakes continue to rise as Steffi prepares to confront Brooke and defend her mother's honor. Taylor's next move. How far will she go? As tensions reach a boiling point, Brooke suggests that Taylor undergo a medical test to prove her condition. This nerve-wracking moment will force Taylor to make a crucial decision. Will she continue to lie and risk everything, or will she come clean and admit the truth? There's also the possibility that Taylor may seek help from Lee, the Forrester family doctor, in an attempt to continue the charade. With the blood test looming, viewers are left wondering just how far Taylor will go to keep her secret hidden. Ridge's dilemma. Will he forgive or walk away? Ultimately, Ridge will be faced with a heartbreaking decision. Can he forgive Taylor for manipulating him with a lie about her health, or will he finally choose to walk away from her for good? This emotional dilemma will test Ridge's loyalty, compassion, and love for both Taylor and Brooke. The fallout from Taylor's deception is sure to leave lasting consequences for everyone involved. As The Bold and the Beautiful continues to deliver gripping twists and turns, the love triangle between Ridge, Taylor, and Brooke grows ever more complicated. With Thomas's plane crash adding another layer of tragedy, and Taylor's risky plan unraveling, the Forrester family is headed for an explosive confrontation that will change their lives forever. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Taylor just dropped a heavy bomb on Lee Finnegan when she confided in her that she was dying, but that's nothing compared to what another character will be going through when they stumble upon the life-changing information quite by accident and learn that they're expected to keep it a secret. When Bold and Beautiful spoilers first revealed that the world-renowned psychiatrist had a shocking reason for returning to Los Angeles, we quickly deduced that Taylor was dying. Our hunch was proven to be heartbreakingly true when Steffi's mom called family member Lee Finnegan to the Cliff House and revealed to her that she had heart failure. Just as Steffi was on the other side of town, telling her dad how much she needed her mom, we discovered that she was on the verge of losing her for good. Break out the tissues. Steffi came home to find her mom alone and crying in the house, but she won't come clean about the real reason she's upset, given that she informed a horrified lie that she had no plans to tell her family of her diagnosis, and swore her to secrecy to boot. Lie, being a colleague and doctor herself, offered to run some tests on Taylor, who had yet to see a cardiologist, and texted her a list of specialists who might be able to help. She urged Taylor to reconsider telling her family, who would want to be able to support her, but agreed to keep the sad news to herself. How then would anyone else find out? Let us tell you. Throwing back a few days, Bold and Beautiful viewers might have wondered at the reason for the rather random scenes involving the Forrester pilot, Deuce, and Allison the lab tech, which took place in Finn's office. It seemed like filler, or maybe some comic relief, but out of the blue nonetheless. Except it wasn't. There's always a reason. In this case, it was to establish a seemingly obvious fact that will come into play in this front-burner story. There are not one, but two Dr. Finnegans. Do you see where we're going with this yet? In the scenes, Allison came into Finn's office carrying two separate files. One with Deuce's lab results for Finn, the other for Lie and an undisclosed patient. This was to illustrate a point. That being, it's not hard to imagine how a mix-up could happen, and one Dr. Finnegan could get the other Dr. Finnegan's lab results. They also worked in that Allison seemingly has a crush on Finn, so all it would take is her to be distracted by his big brown eyes and whoopsie. If our hunch is correct, Finn will accidentally be given Taylor's lab results, which were meant for Lie. He'll then discover the devastating reality. His wife Steffi's beloved mother is dying. Worse, as soon as Lie realizes there's been a mix-up, she'll have to tell her son that under no circumstances is he allowed to reveal this news to Steffi, as Taylor wishes to keep it a secret from her family. Yes, folks, that's where the unimaginable moral dilemma comes in. Finn isn't Taylor's doctor, so he's not bound by doctor-patient confidentiality ethics to keep quiet about what he knows. He's vowed never to keep anything from his wife again, and this is huge. He'll know that Steffi would absolutely want to know, but he's the kind of man who would respect a dying woman's wishes. Welcome to the struggle bus, Finn. Hop on board. It's gonna be a long, uncomfortable ride. With Steffi sensing something is wrong with her mother, we're expecting many a scene with her talking to her husband about this while he squirms and agonizes, knowing exactly what is going on with Taylor and wrestling with whether or not to tell his wife the truth. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Brooke Logan is having a tough time enjoying the spoils of war and flaunting Ridge Forrester in her frenemy Taylor Hayes face. If killing someone with kindness were a real thing, Taylor and Brooke would both be 6 feet under. But all that is about to change. Here's what's coming up next on Bold and Beautiful, spoilers ahead. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Brooke Logan feels guilty. Taylor Hayes just returned to Los Angeles after over a year abroad. While Taylor was away, Ridge and Brooke's relationship was picture perfect. Now that Hope Logan won't stop kissing Steffi Forrester's husband, the bridge marriage is a bit strained. According to B&B spoilers, it's only going to get worse now that Taylor's back in town. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Brooke is going to have an epiphany soon and decide that Taylor deserves to be Ridge. When Hope Logan put the moves on Steffi's husband, Dr. Finn, she opened up a lot of old wounds between Brooke and Taylor. Decades later, and Brooke is finally starting to see the error of her ways and is developing a guilty conscience. Of course, Brooke's decision to end her marriage and send Ridge back to Taylor's house is also affected by something else. On the latest episode of Bold and Beautiful, Taylor dropped a bomb and revealed that she is dying of heart failure. Obviously, Brooke is taken aback by her death bomb. But once the news sinks in, Brooke decides she wants to give her frenemy the greatest gift, her husband back. Advertisement. B&B spoilers. Brooke Logan's ultimate sacrifice. There's something almost sweet about Brooke sabotaging her own marriage so that Taylor can spend her last dying days with Ridge Forrester. Brooke might want to get a second opinion about Taylor's diagnosis before she signs her divorce papers, though. Do you think Brooke will help reunite Ridge and Taylor before she passes away, or will Taylor end up living? In a dramatic twist on the bold and the beautiful, Taylor Hayes' recent health scare has left fans wondering if her claims of a severe heart condition are genuine or part of a calculated plan to win back Ridge Forrester. Taylor has revealed that she is suffering from severe heart failure, a life-threatening condition. However, there is little to no medical evidence supporting her diagnosis, raising questions about the seriousness of her claim. Adding to the mystery, Taylor has not sought a second opinion from specialists, which only deepens doubts about the authenticity of her health concerns. Could she be avoiding medical scrutiny for a reason? Is Taylor faking her illness for sympathy? Speculation is swirling that Taylor may be fabricating her illness to manipulate the people around her. Some believe that she is using this potential health crisis as a way to gain sympathy, particularly from Ridge, whom she still loves deeply. Complicating matters further, Taylor has chosen to keep her supposed illness hidden from her family, especially from Ridge. Her decision to stay silent raises the stakes and leaves Ridge unaware of what may, or may not, be happening with her health. Emotional fallout for Ridge and their relationship. If Taylor is indeed lying about her illness, the emotional consequences could be devastating, particularly for her relationship with Ridge, the father of her daughter. As the truth unravels, it may lead to heartbreak, betrayal, and irreparable damage to their bond. Set another place at the Forresters' table for Thanksgiving. Daytime newbie Linnea Grace has been cast as Eric's grandniece Electra, Soap Opera Digest reports. The character is the granddaughter of the Forrester patriarch's brother John, the late Fred Willard, which also makes her Ivy's niece. Not coincidentally, Ashley Brewer is returning to the soap as Ivy, whose last flyby included a stolen kiss from old flame Liam and some serious side-eye from distant cousin Steffi. Though you're unlikely to recognize Grace's name, you may well recognize the actress herself. She's been modeling since she was a kid and appeared in Avicii's Wake Me Up music video, and everybody's seen that. Grace's entrance comes on the heels of Lisa Yamada's sudden exit as Luna, who was initially positioned as the show's next big ingenue, and then very quickly turned into a money-grubbing psycho killer who'd let her own mother rot behind bars for 2 murders she hadn't committed. Our heads are still spinning from the speed at which Luna went from Miss Nice Gal to scary as hell. Needless to say, the hiring is almost certainly good news for the soap's young male population. Since RG is not biologically a Forrester, even he could vie with adopted cousin Zende and total non-Forrester Will for the attentions of the new knockout in town. It already sounds like RJ and Will are going to clash. In a shocking twist, the bold and the beautiful fans are in for a roller coaster as Finn steps outside his marriage to Steffi, embarking on a secret relationship with none other than Bridget Forrester. The once strong bond between Finn and Steffi is now threatened as Finn's growing feelings for Bridget take center stage. Bridget Forrester's return to the hospital brings her back into the heart of the drama, especially as she plays a crucial role in Taylor's secret heart treatment. But her professional comeback also intertwines her fate with Finn, setting the stage for an unexpected and forbidden connection. As Finn and Bridget collaborate closely on Taylor's medical care, their professional relationship evolves into something more personal. Finn, feeling a lack of meaningful friendships in Los Angeles, turns to Bridget for emotional support. With Steffi preoccupied, Bridget becomes his source of companionship, providing the understanding and friendship he craves. Amid their shared struggles, Finn begins to see Bridget in a new light. He admires her respectful nature and her willingness to listen, qualities he feels are missing in his relationship with Steffi. These feelings soon blossom into a romantic attraction, leading Finn to question his loyalty to his wife. What begins as an innocent friendship quickly spirals into a secret romance. Finn and Bridget start an affair within the walls of the hospital, creating excitement for them, but bringing complications to Finn's already tumultuous relationship with Steffi. As this forbidden love story unfolds, it's only a matter of time before the truth comes to light, potentially shattering Steffi's world. Stay tuned to The Bold and the Beautiful for the latest on this scandalous affair and the fallout that's sure to follow. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At the Cliff House, Lee asks Taylor, "Your heart is failing." Taylor says yes. Lie is so sorry. Taylor says she ignored her symptoms for a while and never questioned her lack of energy. When she got chest pains and shortness of breath, she went to see a doctor. He said that I have heart failure. I'm dying. Lee asks what the cardiologist said. Taylor hasn't seen one. She wanted to come straight home. Lee offers to run some tests. She has some highly regarded colleagues she can connect her with too. Taylor thanks her. This is all so much. Time is running out. That's the reality. At Forrester, Steffi tells Ridge they have to convince her mother to stay in Los Angeles. She's sure he can get through to her. "Please, Dad. Just get her to stay. I know you can do it." Ridge jokes that he's super charming and very persuasive. Steffi laughs that her mom values his opinion. Ridge agrees to talk to her and try to convince her to stay in town. Steffi doesn't want to be apart from him or her mom anymore. At the Forrester mansion, Donna feels guilty that she introduced Luna as an intern. Brooke and Eric assure her that the young woman had them all fooled. Eric declares that Steffi is lucky to be alive. They're all relieved that Finn got to her in time. Ridge and Taylor had no idea how much trouble Steffi was really in. Brooke flashes to telling Taylor she'll make sure Hope doesn't follow her heart to Finn, and them deciding to work on being friends and bringing peace between their daughters. Donna asks, "Hello, Brooke. Are you there?" Brooke says she was thinking about her recent talk with Taylor. This time, they may truly become friends. Donna muses that stranger things have happened. Brooke did get close to Stephanie at the end. Eric asks what makes her think Taylor would want to do that now. Brooke says she's not there to win Ridge back, but to spend time with Steffi and her family. Donna notes that in the past, Taylor's return would be concerning for Brooke. Brooke says there's something different about Taylor. She's different too, and knows her place in Ridge's heart. Brooke thinks she and Taylor have a lot in common, like her connections with their children and grandchildren. Eric thinks that will work to keep them friends. Donna asks if she thinks Taylor is moving back to Leybrook isn't sure. Eric hopes she stays, especially for Steffi's sake. Donna says after all she's been through, she could use her mother. Eric thinks having Taylor back would be good for all of them. At Forrester, Steffi tells Ridge that texting and calling just aren't the same. They laugh that her mother's memes are corny. She understands she has a vibrant life, but she needs her mom. A girl needs her mama. Ridge understands his daughter missing her mom. He misses his every day. He thinks Steffi's worried about nothing, since Taylor hasn't said anything to him about leaving. Steffi says she uplifts them all, and she doesn't know what she would do without her. "We've already lost so much time with Mom. I do not want to waste another moment." At the Cliff House, Taylor thanks Lee for the list of doctors she sent her. She says she's been spending as much time as she can with her family. Lee asks about her shortness of breath. Taylor says it's getting harder to hide. Lee asks why she's hiding it. Taylor says she's not telling her family about this. Lee gasps. They would want to be by her side. "You have to tell your family about this." Taylor isn't telling anyone, and neither are you. No one can know this is happening. Taylor tells Ly that having her loved ones around while she goes through this is important, but she doesn't want to scare them. Ly argues she'll need support. Taylor reiterates that she doesn't want anyone to know about her condition. She warns Lee she can't say anything. Ly agrees, although she still thinks they need to know. Taylor won't burden them or drop a bomb on the people she cares about the most. Ly says it's her choice, but asks her to keep an open mind. She may start to see things differently as this progresses. Taylor exhales, progresses. Yeah, this hits her in waves. She cannot be scared though. She has to try and face death with as much strength and grace as she can muster. At Forrester, Brooke and Ridge make out in the main office. He grunts, that was quite the greeting. He tells her Steffi came by to talk about her mother. Brooke says she had an interesting conversation with Taylor today. She reached out and wanted to speak with me. Ridge, looking wary, asks what she wanted to talk about. Brooke says they discussed Hope and Finn, and she reassured her. They want peace between the families. I asked her if we could be friends again. Ridge would love that. Maybe then Taylor would stay in LA. His daughter needs her mom. He doesn't want her to lose her again. At the Cliff House, Taylor paces and looks emotional as she stares at the framed photos of Steffi's family. She flashes to telling Ly her heart is failing and she's dying. Steffi walks in, and Taylor tries to hide her tears. Steffi notices and asks, "What's going on?" She reminds her mother that she can tell her anything. Next, on The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi senses Taylor has a secret, but Taylor shuts her down, and Ridge confesses to Brooke that he's made Steffi a promise regarding Taylor. As fan-favorite characters make their exits, the long-running drama, The Bold and the Beautiful, continues to stir the pot by introducing fresh faces. These new arrivals are set to elevate the drama, ensuring that the beloved soap remains as gripping as ever. With the sudden departures of key players, fans are left wondering how these new characters will fit into the complex storylines. In a surprising twist, Bridget Forrester makes her long-awaited return to Los Angeles. The timing couldn't be better. as her reappearance coincides with a major project promotion, Brooke Logan's bedroom line. As Brooke's ambitious venture gains traction, Bridget's presence adds an extra layer of excitement, particularly because it marks a turning point in the family dynamics. Fans can expect plenty of drama as Bridget re-enters the glamorous world she once left behind. The excitement doesn't stop with Bridget's return. Brooke is over the moon when she sees her daughter at a high-profile event featuring a performance by a famous male artist. The success of Brooke's bedroom project is a source of immense pride, and having Bridget by her side only heightens the celebration. Viewers are in for a heartwarming mother-daughter reunion, but in true soap fashion, this joyous occasion may soon be overshadowed by new twists and turns. Bill faces Luna in prison, a surprising act of forgiveness. In an unexpected development, Bill Spencer pays a visit to Luna in prison. Despite Luna's betrayal, which includes faking DNA results and engaging in other criminal acts, Bill chooses to extend an olive branch. His act of forgiveness leaves fans questioning his true motivations. Does he have genuine compassion for Luna, or is there more to his decision than meets the eye? Bill's complex emotions create a tense, must-watch scene that will keep fans on the edge of their seats. Although Bill forgives Luna, his feelings remain conflicted, particularly as he grapples with the impact her imprisonment has on Poppy. Poppy's emotional distress over Luna's incarceration is palpable, and Bill must navigate the delicate balance between supporting Luna and staying sensitive to Poppy's pain. This internal struggle promises to add depth to Bill's character as he faces difficult decisions in the coming episodes. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, September 24, reveal that Taylor Hayes will be in a tight spot now that Steffy Forrester has come home to find her mom in tears. Steffy quickly asked what was wrong and assured Taylor that she could tell her anything. Of course, Steffy would want to support Taylor if she knew about her heart failure diagnosis, but Taylor is adamant that she doesn't want anyone else in the loop on this. Although Taylor came clean to Lee Finnegan, that's as far as she wants this secret to go, at least for now. Taylor will obviously have to tell her family as her condition worsens, but she'll continue to hide her illness and symptoms for the time being. Instead of admitting she's crying about the end being near, Taylor may act like those were happy tears and claim she's just glad to be spending time with the people she loves. Then again, Taylor might take a different approach and claim she's crying about her regrets. Advertisement. Perhaps Taylor will wish she'd come home sooner and focused on her family more over the years. Steffy will think the here and now is all that matters, so Taylor may agree with that, especially considering her fatal outlook. Despite Steffy's fear that Taylor is hiding something, her mom will insist there's nothing to worry about and embrace her daughter in a warm moment. Meanwhile, Ridge Forrester will give Brooke Logan updates on the vow he made to Steffy. Since Ridge agreed to talk to Taylor and try to convince her to stay in Lay, he'll ask how Brooke would feel about that. Brooke just told Ridge that she was hopeful about becoming real friends with Taylor, so she should be fine with the idea of her sticking around. At the hospital, Lye will have a cryptic conversation with John Finnegan. It doesn't look like Lye will spill Taylor's secret, but she'll apparently present a hypothetical scenario about a patient who doesn't want her family to know about her grim news. Lye will ask whether Finn would want to know if he were in the family's shoes, so he'll admit he definitely would. Despite Lye's efforts to keep her word to Taylor, she could drop too many hints to Finn if she's not careful. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Taylor's secret will inevitably leak to someone else eventually, so stick with us for more predictions on who'll be next to learn her shocker. The love triangle between Brooke Logan, Ridge Forrester, and Taylor Hayes has been a central storyline in The Bold and the Beautiful for decades. However, the latest twist promises to take this already complicated relationship to new heights of drama. With Taylor's life hanging in the balance, Ridge is faced with an impossible decision. Will he honor Taylor's dying wish, leaving Brooke with a massive shock that could change everything? Taylor's return brings more than just drama. Taylor Hayes has always been a force to be reckoned with, but her return to Los Angeles has revealed a shocking new development. Fans were taken aback to learn that Taylor is suffering from a life-threatening health condition, something so serious that it may soon claim her life. The revelation of her illness adds a tragic layer to her character's arc, as she has been focusing on reuniting with her loved ones and seeking closure. In her conversations with Ridge, Taylor has been talking about her happiness for him and his future. She acknowledges that he has found someone who truly loves him, referencing his relationship with Brooke. Yet, there is an underlying sadness in Taylor's words. She is aware that her time is limited, and her unfulfilled dreams are weighing heavily on her heart. In a twist that no one saw coming, speculation is growing that Taylor's final wish may be to marry Ridge before her death. This sudden, heartbreaking desire has created an ominous atmosphere on the show, as Ridge and Taylor's history looms large. Taylor's loneliness and her feelings of sadness have become more evident, and it is clear she seeks one last moment of happiness before it's too late. Steffy Forrester, Taylor and Ridge's daughter, may play a key role in pushing this storyline forward. Known for being fiercely protective of her mother, Steffy is not one to stand by while Taylor suffers. If she learns of her mother's wish to marry Ridge, she might pressure her father to grant Taylor this final act of love. Steffy has always believed that Ridge should be with Taylor, and this newfound crisis could reignite her passion for reuniting her parents. Ridge's decision, love or compassion? Ridge finds himself in an impossible situation. The thought of marrying Taylor, not out of love but out of compassion, is weighing on him. After all, Ridge has a history of making grand gestures for the people he loves, even if those decisions are fraught with complexity. Viewers may recall when Ridge deliberately lost a fashion competition just to make his father, Eric, happy, a testament to the lengths Ridge will go to for his family. But would Ridge marry Taylor to fulfill her last wish? The emotional toll of such a decision is enormous, and while it might seem like a selfless act of kindness, it also comes with serious consequences. For one, what would this mean for his relationship with Brooke? The two have been engaged for some time, but their marriage has yet to happen. Taylor's sudden request could upend Ridge and Brooke's future in ways no one could have anticipated. What happens if Taylor survives? In true Bold and the Beautiful fashion, nothing ever goes as planned. What if, after Ridge and Taylor exchange vows, a miraculous medical treatment suddenly cures Taylor? This possibility would throw everyone's lives into disarray, especially Ridge and Brooke's. Ridge would find himself married to a now healthy Taylor, while Brooke is left standing on the sidelines, holding the bouquet of a wedding that never happened. The tension between Brooke and Taylor has eased in recent episodes, but Taylor's potential survival could reignite the old rivalry. Brooke, feeling betrayed, might accuse Taylor of faking her illness to manipulate Ridge into marriage. Though Taylor's illness seems real, the show's unpredictable twists make anything possible. Fans are bracing for an explosive confrontation between the two women, especially if Taylor decides she doesn't want to let Ridge go now that she's alive and well. A complicated future for Ridge. If Taylor miraculously recovers after marrying Ridge, she will be faced with a moral dilemma. The marriage would have occurred under the belief that she was dying, so logically, she should sign the divorce papers and allow Ridge to continue his life with Brooke. However, as viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful know, logic doesn't always prevail. Taylor may feel conflicted about giving Ridge up, especially after experiencing a renewed sense of life and purpose. The real question is, how will Ridge navigate this complicated situation? Will he stay with Taylor out of obligation, or will he return to Brooke, the woman he has loved for so long? And more importantly, will Brooke ever be able to forgive Ridge if he goes through with a marriage to Taylor, even if it was done out of compassion? Brooke's massive shock. For Brooke, This situation is nothing short of a nightmare. She has always been Ridge's soulmate, or so she believes, and the thought of losing him to Taylor again is devastating. Even though Ridge's potential marriage to Taylor would be based on sympathy rather than love, the emotional impact on Brooke cannot be understated. As Ridge grows closer to Taylor in her final days, Brooke may find herself sidelined and questioning her place in Ridge's life. The marriage she had been planning with Ridge has been postponed multiple times, and now it could be derailed entirely. This shocking twist leaves Brooke in a vulnerable position as she watches the man she loves marry someone else. The Bold and the Beautiful expect the unexpected. In classic Bold and the Beautiful fashion, viewers should expect the unexpected. Taylor's illness, Ridge's emotional conflict, and Brooke's shock all contribute to a storyline that promises intense drama and emotional fallout. Whether or not Taylor survives, this love triangle is far from over. The consequences of Ridge's decision will ripple through the Forrester family, leaving everyone to pick up the pieces of a broken love story. As fans eagerly anticipate what's next, one thing is certain. The Bold and the Beautiful continues to deliver the kind of heart-wrenching, unpredictable drama that keeps audiences coming back for more. Stay tuned for more explosive episodes, and don't forget to share your thoughts on this shocking development in the comment section below. The drama on The Bold and the Beautiful continues to intensify as the September 24, 2024 episode promises to reveal deep family secrets and emotional turmoil. The storyline revolving around Taylor Hayes has left fans on edge, though reactions to her current predicament, her heart condition, have been mixed. Despite the gravity of her situation, many viewers have expressed disappointment in how this storyline has unfolded. However, Tuesday's episode promises to bring more shocking revelations that could change everything. Steffy's intuition kicks in. Steffy Forrester, who is no stranger to complex family dynamics, finds herself in a state of confusion as she begins to sense that something is off. Her intuition, often right, is telling her that her mother, Taylor, is hiding something significant. Steffy's suspicions are well-founded, but the question remains, how will she uncover the truth? Despite her efforts, Taylor remains tight-lipped. For a renowned therapist, Taylor's inability to be transparent with her family is baffling. She should be the one encouraging open communication, yet she keeps everyone in the dark. This emotional burden is weighing heavily on Steffy, who feels her mother's secret is putting a strain on their already fragile relationship. Lee Finnegan's desperate plea. Meanwhile, Lee Finnegan, another key player in this emotional saga, attempts to persuade Taylor to come clean. Lee, as a mother herself, knows the importance of being honest with one's children and urges Taylor to spill the truth to Steffy, Thomas, and Ridge. Yet, despite Lee's heartfelt pleas, Taylor refuses to budge. Taylor's silence only deepens the mystery, and her reluctance to share what she's hiding adds to the tension. Viewers can only speculate about what devastating secret Taylor is harboring, and why she is so adamant about keeping it under wraps. Ridge's shocking promise to Steffy. While Steffy is consumed by concern for her mother, she also turns to Ridge for support. She is worried that Taylor may disappear from their lives once again. In a heartfelt moment, Steffy urges Ridge to do whatever it takes to keep Taylor in Los Angeles. Ridge, understanding his daughter's fears, makes a promise that he will make sure Taylor stays. However, this promise comes with its own set of complications. Ridge's deep involvement in Taylor's life is bound to cause friction with his current partner, Brooke Logan. While Brooke initially supports Steffy's concerns and understands the situation, Ridge's growing attachment to Taylor may lead to bigger problems down the line. Brooke and Ridge's relationship faces tension. As Ridge makes his promise to Steffy, Brooke finds herself in a precarious position. Though she is sympathetic to Steffy's worries about Taylor, the fact that Ridge is getting closer to his former flame cannot be ignored. Brooke may be understanding now, but it's only a matter of time before jealousy and conflict arise. The upcoming episodes are expected to test Brooke and Ridge's relationship like never before. As Taylor's condition worsens and more secrets come to light, Brooke may find herself in a dilemma that could either strengthen or destroy her bond with Ridge. Steffy walks into a tense confrontation. In another tense moment, Steffy happens upon a serious conversation between Lee and Taylor. The atmosphere is thick with tension, and Steffy's instincts tell her that something is being kept from her. Despite her attempts to get them to open up, Taylor and Lee remain tight-lipped. This only fuels Steffy's growing anxiety and frustration. The longer Taylor stretches this secret, the more strained her relationships with her loved ones become. As Steffy pushes for answers, Taylor's silence could drive a wedge between mother and daughter. What is Taylor hiding? One of the biggest questions lingering in fans' minds is, what is Taylor hiding? Speculation has run rampant, with some fans believing that Taylor's heart condition could be more serious than she is letting on. Others think there might be an emotional or psychological reason behind her secrecy. Taylor's decision to remain silent is not just baffling, it could have life-altering consequences. If she continues to shut out her family, she risks losing the support she so desperately needs. And as Steffy's anxiety grows, it's only a matter of time before this secret blows up, potentially changing the Forrester family dynamic forever. The calm before the storm. While Tuesday's episode promises intense moments, it seems this is only the beginning of the storm. As secrets slowly unravel and emotional confrontations are inevitable, viewers are bracing for more heartache and drama. Fans are already speculating about the long-term consequences of Taylor's secret. Will her heart condition take a turn for the worse? Will Steffy and Thomas finally learn the truth? And how will Brooke react when Ridge's loyalty to Taylor threatens her own relationship with him? As The Bold and the Beautiful continues to keep fans on the edge of their seats, one thing is certain, the drama is far from over. Tuesday's episode marks a turning point, setting the stage for even bigger revelations and emotional confrontations in the episodes to come. Final thoughts. Tuesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful is shaping up to be an emotional roller coaster. Taylor's secretive behavior, Steffy's growing concerns, and Ridge's promise to his daughter all set the stage for explosive drama. As the Forrester family deals with these issues, viewers can expect the unexpected. Will Taylor finally open up, or will her silence tear the family apart? Fans won't want to miss what happens next. Stay tuned to The Bold and the Beautiful for more shocking twists and turns, and don't forget to share your thoughts on what's to come in the comment section below.